I think it's a really difficult challenge. The first thing to say, I don't want to be like really critical because this is hard. Part of the problem is, as I just mentioned, the one of salience. So privacy online, for example, or privacy issues in general can be quite abstract. They can be quite theoretical rather than kind of having an emotional reaction that may lead to action. The really difficult thing here is trying to get a balance. So you're trying to get these kind of ideas to be salient, to prompt action, to make it real for people, without creating fear and an unproductive kind of anxiety. Because in that case, what can happen is the effort goes into kind of managing that anxiety. I just mentioned this idea of information aversion, or ways of kind of convincing yourself it's okay. If you create kind of fear too effectively, that can be the result. Instead, what you really need to do is to create a sense of urgency or a need for action, but to connect it to actions, practical, specific actions, that then become the way of managing that potential anxiety, or the way that you resolve the kind of feeling you should do something. Now, what I think often happens is we're not that good at connecting this general idea to specific actions that people can take, make it really clear what you need to do now. Identifying those actions, putting them in the right order for people to do that, and then communicating them at the right time in ways that people can work on. And I think, stepping back, one underlying problem here might be, if you are, say, a chief privacy officer, well, or somebody who works in this day to day, then it, of course, is very kind of real to you, and you're very in the detail. And we know from behavioral science, we all do this, that if you're really familiar with something, you tend to think that others are more familiar or care more, or see it as important as you do. We have this term, the illusion of similarity, which is that people tend to think that others have the same opinions of theirs as they do, more than they actually do.